Concussions aren't just a big boy problem for the National Football League. It's trickling down to youth football leagues all over America. And it could become a problem not only for the kids, but the sport itself, as parents could elect to keep their kids from playing the game. But as Brad Johansen reports, one violent collision may have paved the way for some meaningful change.
Brett Slattery played center for the 5th grade Lakota Tomahawks and felt the need to write this letter last fall to the commissioners at the Greater Miami Youth Football Conference.
You can't have a kid running from 15 yards away and you hit him with his head down before the snap. He should have been ejected with the coach since the coach told him to do it. An adult shouldn't teach a kid to hurt another kid.
The letter came after this play against Sycamore. At the start of the second half, the A's coach on the sideline waves his player to blitz before the snap. Helmet to helmet with Slattery. Offsides was the only call.
At the time, they did the concussion check on him, and didn't show any symptoms, so he played the rest of the game, actually.
So nothing else was said until after the game when the commissioners saw this video and unanimously agreed to suspend the coach and put a memo out to all coaches and officials.
Everybody who officiates in a GMYFC game, that they have the power, if they see this, that player and that coach need to be immediately removed. Versus where in this incident, I think there was just an offside penalty.
Slattery was diagnosed 2 days later with a concussion, missed a full week of school, back in 3 weeks to play the game.
We're not scared. I think he might have had a little bit of trepidation going back, and it took him a little bit of time to kind of find that groove again. But we didn't want him to be scared of it either.
We work together in trying to provide a better, safer experience at the youth football level.
What league commissioners have been doing all along is ramping up the focus on player safety. This winter meeting on Tuesday night brought in the regional reps from Heads Up Football and the Guardian protective helmet covers.
This soft shell helmet cover can reduce the impact of a head-to-head collision by up to 33%.
And the GMYFC is responding.
It makes sense to wear them in practice. Why wouldn't it make sense to wear them in a game?
Mike Cazzoni's in from Indianapolis with Heads Up Football. They support the training to coaches, including a 2.5-hour video that includes safety tests that must be passed.
Football is so much more about, the life lessons that are learned for it. I mean, our certification course, and we really dive into being a positive coach. How do you communicate with parents? Disciplining kids. A lot of these life lessons that kids learn are through football. And it's something where, yes, we want them, of course, to be safe on the field, but so much more than that, hopefully help them develop into, successful, men and women when they grow up.
I just think people are more aware that the final score isn't really what matters. It's about teaching fundamental football and keeping everybody safe, and that the score is becoming secondary.
And the lessons are getting through.
Not to stoop to anybody else's level. And not to do that to somebody else just because they did it to you.
Life lessons learned from football. Brad Johansen, Local 12 Sports.